Queen Vela reclined upon her crystalline throne, her 6 eyes gleaming with ancient wisdom as she listened to the trembling courier before her. The young Nexary's antenna twitched nervously as he delivered news that would shake the foundations of their empire. Your Majesty, the humans have broken through our outer defenses. 3 battle fleets ... gone. Commander Hux requests immediate reinforcements. The Queen's mandibles clicked in what might have been amusement. For 3 centuries, the Nexari Empire had dominated this sector of the galaxy, crushing 17 different species beneath their superior technology and tactical brilliance. Now these newcomers, these humans, dared challenge her reign. Tell me again of these human warriors, Vela commanded, her voice resonating through the throne chamber like distant thunder. The court historian, an elderly Nexari named Kale, stepped forward with his data tablets. According to our intelligence, Your Majesty, humans are carbon-based bipeds from a small world they call Earth. They possess no natural armor, no claws or venomous stingers. Their lifespans are remarkably short, barely a century. Most curious of all, they require constant sustenance and rest. Queen Vela's secondary arms gestured dismissively. And yet they dare face the might of the Nexari fleet? What makes them believe they can succeed where others have failed so spectacularly? The reports speak of their unpredictability, Your Majesty. Our commanders describe tactics that defy conventional military doctrine. They seem to thrive in chaos. The Queen had heard whispers of human exploits from the outer colonies, stories told in hushed tones by merchant traders and refugee populations, tales of impossible victories, of humans turning certain defeat into stunning triumph through sheer audacity and stubborn refusal to accept surrender. She had dismissed these accounts as the exaggerated folklore that always surrounded conflicts. Every species had their heroes and legends. The Nexari themselves spoke of great warriors who could single-handedly defeat entire enemy formations. Such stories served to inspire the young and comfort the fearful. But now, with 3 of her finest battle groups reduced to debris fields, Queen Vela began to wonder if perhaps there was substance behind the mythology. Summon Admiral Rex, she commanded. If these humans wish to test themselves against true military precision, they shall have their opportunity. Admiral Rex arrived within the hour, his scarred carapace bearing testament to countless victories across the Empire's expansion. He knelt before the throne with practiced reverence. You have heard of our ... difficulty with the human incursion? The Queen inquired. Yes, Your Majesty. I have studied the tactical reports. The humans employ highly irregular strategies that seem to prioritize momentum over preservation of forces. They accept casualties that would cause other species to withdraw. And your assessment? Rex's compound eyes glittered with confidence. They fight with passion rather than logic, Your Majesty. Passion burns bright, but quickly exhausts itself. I will crush their spirit with superior firepower and disciplined formations. Queen Vela nodded approvingly. Rex had never failed her before. His methodical approach to warfare had secured dozens of systems for the Empire. Surely these upstart humans would prove no different from the others who had knelt before Nexari's superiority. The battle commenced 3 days later in the Kepler system, where human colonists had established mining operations on several asteroids. Rex deployed his forces in perfect geometric formations, each ship precisely positioned for optimal firing solutions. It was textbook Nexari military doctrine, refined over millennia of conquest. The human fleet emerged from hyperspace incomplete. Disarray. Their ships scattered like startled insects, seeming to have no unified command structure or battle plan. Rex smiled within his command chamber, already calculating the most efficient method to minimize his own losses while maximizing enemy casualties. Then the humans did something unprecedented. instead of attempting to reform their lines or retreat. To a defensive position, they accelerated directly toward a Nexari formation. Individual human vessels broke away from their fleet, each pursuing seemingly random vectors that defied tactical analysis. "What are they doing?" Rex demanded of his tactical officer. "Unknown, sir. Their movements appear chaotic." The first human ship reached the Nexari lines and, instead of engaging the outer screening vessels, as doctrine demanded, plunged directly into the formation center. The vessel's pilot apparently had no intention of survival, ramming his craft into Rex's flagship shield generators before detonating his entire ammunition supply. In the confusion that followed, other human ships exploited the breach, pouring fire into the Nexari formation from impossible angles. They ignored optimal targeting priorities, instead focusing on communication arrays and sensor clusters. Within minutes, Rex found his carefully coordinated fleet reduced to individual ships, fighting desperately without central command. The humans pressed their advantage with relentless aggression, their smaller vessels darting between Nexari heavy cruisers like predators, harassing much larger prey. They seemed utterly unconcerned with their own mounting losses. Each destroyed human ship buying precious time for their companions to inflict further damage. When the battle finally ended, Admiral Rex's mighty fleet lay in ruins. The survivors limped back to Nexari space, bearing news that would forever change Queen Vila's understanding of warfare. "They fight like they have nothing to lose," Rex reported, his voice hollow with disbelief. "Every engagement is treated as their final battle. They will sacrifice 10 ships to destroy one of ours and consider it a victory." Queen Vela listened to the reports with growing unease. The humans had not won through superior technology or brilliant strategy. They had prevailed through something far more dangerous, an absolute refusal to acknowledge defeat. For the first time in her long reign, the Queen faced an enemy that could not be intimidated, bargained with, or reasoned into submission. Humans would keep coming, keep fighting, keep dying until either they or the Nexari Empire ceased to exist. The legends, it seemed, had been woefully inadequate in describing the reality of human determination.